Hi everybody, welcome along to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. I'm Caroline, I'm a lecturer at a UK university. We have so much happening in the UK at the moment with exam results, A-levels, BTECs. When this video goes up, the GCSE results are going to be going out. It's such a complicated and changing picture. If you're a student going through it at the moment, all the best, keep going, this will all work itself out. But as promised, I said I would do something fun today, and I've started to think actually a little bit about teaching. So I've been a university lecturer now for a few years. So I've done a few years actually giving lectures, doing seminars, running tutorial groups, and the word lecture I think can sound a little bit boring. I don't want to just bore my students with a really complicated lecture. What I want to do is to give fun, informative lectures that people actually want to go to, and that make learning the kind of physics ideas and concepts that are in my classes enjoyable, or at least interesting to come along and listen to. And so my usual format at my university is we get a 50-minute long lecture, but sometimes we get two of them together. So sometimes I have a 2-hour slot and sometimes I have like a 1-hour slot. And obviously you can't concentrate for 2 hours straight, so I try to break it up. So there might be like a derivation, then I might show a YouTube video. I'm a big fan of showing videos or something slightly different to kind of show a concept or capture people's imagination about something. Then I might have some kind of a quiz element, then I'll go back and show maybe another derivation, and we'll have a few breaks along the way. And one of the things I was hoping to do this year was to have more live demonstrations actually in my lectures. So I have a few props. I use this one when I discuss moment of inertia, and I can make it rotate around an axis, and then I can make the mass collapse so it's kind of tighter around the axis of rotation, and I can talk about what that means for the moment of inertia and the angular acceleration. And it's fun to have a prop. I actually compare this to a light that you can buy at IKEA. So I make some joke about if you want to have a moment of inertia demonstration in your student room, you can go and buy yourself a light from IKEA. And it's just fun, and it breaks up me giving, a 30-minute talk with lots of equations and symbols, actually being able to see the physics in action. And I'm really lucky, I teach a first year course, so I co-teach a course called Fundamentals of Physics, and it's great. We cover lots of the key building blocks for then the later years of the physics degree. And I was really excited about getting to use props and to do a few more of these live demonstrations. And this horrible pandemic obviously has changed all of that, so I will be recording my lectures from my home. I plan to start in a week's time. We've always tended to record the lectures, so I can look back and I can see the last few years of the class. So I record me at the front of the room, whatever's showing on the screen behind me, whatever I'm writing down, that also gets recorded. And it's a great memory recap of the lecture. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's in a really good format for just online teaching. If I was going to deliver that lecture just for an online audience, I need to change the way I do it. So I'm already starting to plan how I'm going to segment my lectures, which section breaks I can have. And as I said, I tended to use like YouTube videos and a few props. So I need to start to rethink how I'm going to do that. I would just be interested if any of you are planning to give lectures or have to do any kind of teaching coming up, how you're feeling about getting ready. I'm quite excited about it. I really like giving a live lecture. I've always liked doing kind of outreach and talking about science at live events. I think it's really good. I like the interactivity of it, if that's a word. I like the interactions. I like student questions. I think it's fun when we kind of explore concepts and we have to go in a slightly different direction and then come back to where we were going to plan to be. And so that element, I'm quite interested to see how it translates when I give an online lecture. I think the plan is that I'm going to record some of the lectures and give some of them live. And that will allow me to practice a few bits and pieces, make sure a few of my demonstrations are actually going to work. So they're the ones I might try to record. And then I might do some live, derivations or some live examples, which hopefully the students will be able to kind of interact with, ask questions, have some kind of chat room going so people can actually post questions during the session. So it's going to be very different, and it's going to be me sitting in a room in my house just talking to the camera, for quite a lot of the time. This lecture course runs for 11 weeks and we typically give 4 hours of lecture content each week. So that's going to be a lot of recording. As I said, though, it will get broken up. We will be doing tutorials and seminars. There will be a live component each week for the students. And again, I think that's so important because this is a first year lecture course. Some of the students will know me because I was the admissions tutor, but not all of them, and obviously I want to get to know them, and so hopefully by having a live component it'll be a really good way to get to meet everybody and for them to get to meet each other as well. And obviously they're going to be going into the university and having laboratory sessions and having some tutorials and class sessions. But that is what's coming up for me. I'm going to be planning how I can incorporate more props, more demonstrations, more fun things that come across well on camera. I'd love to know how you're getting ready to do teaching if you are a lecturer or you have to give class. And I'd love to know what you're thinking if you're a student. You know, if you're a second or third year student, you probably would have had some component of online teaching at the end of last term or last semester. If you're a new first year student, this might be completely new to you. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about how you're feeling about classes going into this virtual format. And in the meantime, I'm off to prep and try to come up with some new, really cool ideas. We'll see how I get on. But have a good weekend. Next week, we're going to continue the conversation actually about getting ready to come back to a university. So although it's the third week of August next week. The summer seems to fly by, and before you know it, we're in September. So I thought I'd start a bit of a mini-series about how to get ready to either return or start a university course. So there'll be content coming up for PhD students, and if you're mid-course or you're mid-research project, or if you're starting a PhD, I'll have like an essential list of things to take to university if you're coming for the first time, and also things I think now as a lecturer who's done it for a few years, not many years, but a few years, things I need to remember to do at the start of term to make my semester nice and easy. So if that sounds interesting, please click subscribe, please hit the like button. As always, post your comments, really cool to see all the comments in the comment section. Have a good weekend and I will see you on Monday. Bye. And before I go, it just crossed my mind, if anybody's actually interested in the physics that I teach and some of the physics ideas and physics concepts, let me know and I can always start, including some videos every now and then about the actual physics and the bits and pieces that I teach at university. But just an idea. Let me know in the comments if you want to see some more physicsy type content coming up. All right, I'll go this time. Bye.